Okay guys, this is going to be my first tip video for vaping. Well, first before I start, I'm probably going to have to fill it. I don't recommend using the same milligram I'm using for anything like vape tricks or anything. But this tutorial isn't on tricks, it's on how to get a better hit out of a vape. So I fill this real quick. By the way, I'm using Vape the Rainbow. It's a really good flavor. Tastes like Skittles. Like, in this high of milligrams, you can't really taste it too much, but I like doing the higher milligrams. So make sure your drip tip's on good. Clean it off if you need to. My vape leaks a little bit, so yeah. Here's the first thing. If you're using a pen like this that's got a good drip tip on it, like that, what you don't want to do is you want to cover your lips about halfway on it and just breathe and kind of like inhale like you're breathing, not entirely like smoking a cigarette, but like just kind of breathe in a little bit more. So like, as you can see, it produces a lot of vapor, especially when you're using a Smock V22. There's a couple cons to it, but I'll get into a review later. The main con is leaking, but hits like a box, nearly perfect. The other thing is that if you hit it from the top, just like this, you get a little bit less vapor, and you have a less chance of you have a more chance of burning your lips because it'll heat up near there. If you curve your lips in and put it about halfway down on this drip tip, it's usually about perfect. You can inhale basically as long as you want. At least till you choke out, anyway. So yeah, I completely recommend getting a vape if you've been thinking about getting one. The V22 pen is affordable. It's a nice way to start. Mine's rainbow. It's pretty cool, rainbow metal. I would research it a little bit, talk to people about different vapes and stuff. Another tip I have is to make sure that if you do Nic salts, now most people say not to use Nic salts in a vape pen, and I somewhat agree because I almost had an issue with that, but I've used them in it before, 25 milligram Nic salt, and they say you probably shouldn't do it. I don't know the exact reason, but I do know that if you use a Nic salt, you get like a huge nicotine buzz off of it. The problem with it is that the problem I think with Nic salts is that it makes it easier to go on a nicotine overdose, obviously. But other than that, if you need a higher nicotine and they tell you that you shouldn't get the Nic salt on your vape pen, you might just want to run it by them and try it. They say usually you should only use it on pod systems because it's a lower production of vapor. That's why if you do get Nic salts, I recommend not doing tricks with it. I recommend not taking too big of hits because it can really mess with you. But one and over again, curl your lips around the halfway point of your drip tip, and then you just want to inhale. Like, not just normal inhale, you want to, like, it's called a lung hit. You want to kind of draw it into your lungs, not into your mouth. It's also good for producing a lot of vapor and clouding. So if you want to get into clouding, that's a good way to go. I don't recommend doing vape tricks with 18 milligrams of nicotine, but it really doesn't do much to me anymore, so I'll show you guys a couple things. First of all, common smokos. When you take a hit, you might not want to take a long hit, you might just want to take a quick hit. It doesn't look too good on camera, but I was doing pretty good at those. I'm not good at the distance thing yet, making them go far, but enough practice you'll be able to do it. So first thing you want to do is you want to get the formation down right. You want to curl your lips in over your teeth, and then you want to kind of extend your jaw a little bit. If you need to run that back again, I'm sure you can rewind it and watch it over, but this is the main thing. Another thing you might want to do is ghosting. This is a ghost. Do that's pretty simple. You just kind of let it out, and then you take a big, huge inhale back. Move your head forward just a slight bit, and you'll get more in. Rewind that if you need to. Another thing you can do is the dragon. The dragon's a little bit more complicated if you want to do a full dragon, but a simple mouth dragon is pretty. It's complicated to learn. It took me a little while, but it's pretty easy if you do it right. Looks like this. Basically what you want to do, or the way I do it anyway, is kind of smile and put your front two teeth like right here. But you can also do it by touching your top lip to the bottom lip like that, leaving them open. Kind of more difficult to do it that way, but here's something I invented. I don't know what to call it yet, but it's pretty cool, I guess. It's like a triple dragon kind of thing, but it kind of goes upwards. That's the normal dragon. That's kind of a triple dragon, but I can't get it. It don't work for me right now. So a little bit came up. Usually when you do it, you get one out here, and one straight up. Like that. Another thing you can do is double smokos, like this. It's pretty simple. You see an O formation, but kind of don't curl your lips as much, and put your finger over. You can do triples if you want to, but I haven't got that far yet. I guess another cool thing you can do is when you're clouding, you can kind of do a cloud that looks. I mean, you can do a dragon with a cloud, is what I'm trying to say. So, like, if you want to do a full dragon, you have to do it out of your nose at certain times, so yeah, there's a lot of different things you can do. The main thing is that you want to choose usually a lower nicotine level if you're doing tricks. Most people can't handle tricks on 18 milligrams. They recommend a 3-70-30 VGPG. I'm using 50-50 VGPG right now, so the tricks don't look as good. Yeah, and it's pretty crazy to do it with 18 milligrams, but I can just do it. I don't know. Another thing you can do is the water bottle trick. You hold on. Take an empty water bottle, uncap it, make sure it's empty. Then if you squeeze it, sometimes you can make really good O's if you do it right. Doesn't always work, but it's pretty cool if it does. Because of the lip at the top of the bottle, it can make pretty good O's. I think that's about it. Another thing, if you have asthma, make sure that you have your inhaler next to you. My asthma isn't as bad, but I do always have it next to me in case I choke out really bad. Just make sure you have that on hand if you have asthma or any other kind of breathing condition. I'm not going to go tell you shouldn't be vaping or smoking anyway if you have an asthma or anything, but, because I do it, but, you should probably cut down on a little bit if you have asthma. I don't, but, I'm not encouraging anything, so, and this video isn't encouraging smoking, vaping, or anything like that. It's just, if you are going to vape, you might as well know how to do it a little bit better, so I'm giving tips. Another thing, the review on the V22, I guess I can give that now. It leaks a bit, especially out of these air holes. It'll leak a lot sometimes, actually. Guess that's the one of the only downfalls to it. It leaks a lot because it produces a lot of vapor, gives a good hit. Oh, the other thing, the tank. If you have a V22 and you're getting a burning feeling in the back of your throat, here's a quick fix. In the middle of vaping, not in the middle of vaping, but in your session or whatever, unscrew this until you see bubbles in the vape juice. Then rescrew it on. It'll fix it, usually for about a few hits, maybe quite a few hits sometimes, and then you'll get a lot more flavor out of it. See, the problem is this V22's, the tank creates a vacuum seal, so for some reason it just doesn't get to the wick and the coil after a few hits for some reason. I don't really know the exact reason. You guys can correct me on that. But if you do that little trick right there, it'll usually fix it. It's a temporary fix. We have to keep doing it, but it does work. So yeah, I can't believe I made a whole video on just vaping, but I guess this is a good idea. I can do more like this if you guys want me to, just so you guys get to know me a little bit better. Probably post a bio or something next, a bio video, an autobiography type thing, so you guys can learn more about me. But I guess that's it for this one. Peace out, guys. Like, comment, subscribe if it's on YouTube. I'm not entirely sure yet. Yeah, goodbye. Peace.